Well, with great love, with great respect, I welcome all of you here to our weekly session. The purpose of the session, as I said always, is to help you to understand your life, to understand your karma or your obstacles and your success, and why you fail and why you have obstacles and why you have problems in life, to understand why, and then once you understand why, you can solve that. The purpose of the meditation is to help you bring yourself back into your life. For example, people spend 2-3 hours on cell phones and only 15 minutes for love. And people are so busy working to pay bills, they forget themselves. All they can think about how much money I owe. And right away they forget that they have to pay attention to themselves. How do you feel? And so when it's time for love and time to pay attention to yourself, you find that there's nobody there. Too late. So we want to be able to understand our life. This week, normally every week we have a different topic. Last week we talked about credit and credit cards and debts and what's causing the problem in the country right now. What's causing the problem in the country right now is debt, or what you call DEBT, debt, credit. Everybody owes. AIG, Citibank, and all of those. The government owes and everything. And because of we have credit and we have debt, the whole world is in trouble. You cannot pawn your future. In other words, you cannot sell your soul. Every time you take a credit card, if you have $20,000 in credit card, that's $20,000 of your future life which you have not lived yet. How can you gamble that into the world? How can you gamble your future? So when you think that you have a credit card and you can get anything you want, you're actually getting yourself into a deeper sin. And Christ tells you that in the Bible, that debt is sin. So when you owe, you say, think of it carefully. If you didn't owe any money, if you didn't have a mortgage, if you didn't have a credit card, how free you would be. Oh boy, you don't have to worry about anything. Whatever money you make, you eat your food, you eat well, you do well, and there's no trouble. Nobody fights, nobody quarrels over it. Well, you owe me, or these things like that. Because there's extra money. And I can tell you because I live that. I have no credit card. We have no credit card. We don't have credit cards for 20 years now. And it's always been on what you can afford only. Don't buy over yet. So these are the things that we talked about last week. And so this week I want to tell you how to solve those problems quickly and why we have what you call life code, which is what I teach. Now life code is like a cell phone. It doesn't have a religion. Notice that America invented a cell phone, but everybody uses it. Everybody uses a cell phone. But no matter which religion you are, no matter which culture you are, you use a cell phone. Why can't we treat life like that? Instead of saying, well, I don't want to deal with your life code or your thing because it's Hindu. It's Hindu. It's not Hindu. It's mathematics. Something understood by everyone, accepted by everyone. So today we're going to talk about that. And before we do that, as usual, Martha is here to do our arti. And what arti is, again, is the waving of light. Now there are two things, if you take these two things out of the world, nothing else exists. And that is sound and light. If there is no light, nothing exists. And if there is no sound, nothing exists. Think of it, no names, no speech, no communication. Nothing can happen without that sound. So those two things are gods. Huh? Well, once you don't have any sound, you cannot express yourself, there is no love. Once you have no light, there is no beauty, so you cannot admire anything. So if you really think of it, light and sound, right, represents the whole world. And Hinduism, we call it like Lakshmi, which are 9 forms of light, which is 9 colors of rainbow. And we call the Om sound Shiva also, which is Lord of Time. So without these two, nothing exists. Right? And that is the purpose of chanting and things like that. Okay, now we'll just start our arti and ask that. Honor the light and sound.
जय